If you're a college student, you have gaps of time between your classes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe an hour or more. And this is different from high school where all your courses are back to back for like 7 hours at a time. Many college students waste this time between class on their phones or sitting around being bored or maybe even falling asleep when they don't mean to. But successful students, the ones with the highest grades and the lowest amount of stress, use these gaps to get ahead or at least not fall behind on things. In this video, I'm giving you 30 super practical ways to use your time between college classes productively. Now, some of these tips that I'm going to share are going to take just a few minutes, some take a bit longer, and some are perfect for those bigger gaps of free time. So let's do this. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Katie Azevedo of schoolhabits.com. I'm a private executive function coach with a master's degree in special education and over 20 years of experience teaching students how to study, stay organized, and actually learn, not just memorize without the stress. My strategies have helped thousands of students from high school to grad school transform their study habits and boost their grades. Here is what we are covering today. We're going to go over 30 productive ways to use your time between college classes, how to choose the best strategies for the time that you have available, specific ideas for 15-minute, 45-minute, and 90-minute gaps. In fact, I have organized the video into these 3 groups so that you can always just go back or jump to the section that matches the amount of time that you have between your classes. Okay, let's get right into it, starting with 10 productive things that you can do if you have 15 minutes between classes. So here's what you can do in that time. 1, you can do a quick brain dump. Grab a piece of paper or even a note on your phone and just list everything that's on your mind. This clears your mental clutter and gives you instant clarity and peace. Number 2, fix your notes from the previous class. We never get our notes right the first time, so open your notebook, find some messy spots, clean them up. You can add some details, you can clarify confusing parts, and make them easy to study later. Number 3, prime for your next class. So open your syllabus, skim the upcoming topic, or even read the first page of your next chapter. This way your brain has a head start on what you are going to walk into. I'm going to leave my how to prime for class video linked below. Number 4, organize your digital files. So delete any unnecessary documents, name important ones properly, especially all the ones that are like untitled inside Google Drive, and make sure your folders are organized. Number 5, manage your email inbox. So do a quick triage scan. So look for anything important, respond to what's urgent, move action items to your task management system, move important dates to your calendar, and then just delete the junk. Number 6, call someone. Yeah, I know you can message someone, but calling someone, even if you end up leaving a voicemail, is just a different feeling. And I don't think we do it enough. Number 7, review your task management system. So that means making sure that your planner or your to-do list or your student agenda, whatever, is up to date. Add any new tasks or upcoming deadlines. Add in any nagging things that you're just mentally trying not to forget. Write it down. Number 8, do a quick review of your syllabus. Double check your assignments, your upcoming tests, and due dates so that nothing catches you off guard. This is different than the previous tip because the syllabus gives you the full picture of what's coming. Number 9, clean your backpack. Quickly get rid of any papers, wrappers, old snacks. If you can fully empty it, I also suggest shaking it upside down. Number 10, set a small specific goal for the day. Something that you want to achieve before the day is over. It can be academic, it can be social, it can be personal. Maybe it's to hit 10,000 steps, or to call someone you miss, or to clean your dorm when you get back to it. All right, next section. If you have 45 minutes between classes, you can really move the needle on things that you've been ignoring, or maybe even slightly larger tasks that require more uninterrupted time. So here's what you can do if you have somewhere around 45 minutes. Number 1, go to the gym or take a power walk. You know that exercise boosts your focus and your mood, and if you plan it right, you can even finish your walk so you end right at the doorstep of your next class. Number 2, make study materials. So turning your notes into flashcards, creating active recall questions, designing a practice test or a practice quiz for your upcoming test. This makes studying later so much easier because I've said it before and I'll say it again. We don't study our notes. We make study resources from our notes and then we study those. Number 3, start an assignment. Even if it's just getting your outline down or writing your introduction to an essay. Making progress early removes a lot of the stress that is sometimes worse than the task itself, and it makes it easier to keep going once you have a longer chunk of time to sit down and crank on it. Number 4, make a cheat sheet for an upcoming test. I have a video about how to make a cheat sheet that I will link below. This is an awesome way to consolidate a lot of information and learn it more deeply. Number 5, plan out your study sessions for the next test in any class. use spaced repetition, and map out when you will review each topic. To do this, just take out your calendar and use reverse engineering to plan multiple 25 to 45 minute study sessions leading up to your next test. I suggest you do this at least 5 to 10 days before your next exam. All right, number 6, attend an event on campus. Whether it's a guest lecture, a club meeting, a networking event, you're going to be expanding your experience and learning something new. Now, if you're a matriculated college student, which means that you are fully enrolled and part of the campus, or even if you're just taking a few courses at a community college, you will have access to the most incredible experiences and opportunities that happen, at random times throughout the week. And one of my biggest regrets in college is not taking advantage of as many of these as I could. Okay, there's no other time in life where you're gonna have the freedom to just walk into some performance or attend a lecture at no cost that's within walking distance. Okay, that's one of the benefits of college. All right, number 7, organize your digital calendar. So that's adding upcoming events, changing deadlines, making sure that everything up there is actually current, making sure everything is clear to you. And if you have a regular 45-minute chunk of time between classes, let's say every Wednesday between this class and this class, you can make this the time that you do your weekly planning routine. Okay, number 8. I feel like I'm talking so fast. Grab your assigned readings, even if they haven't been assigned yet, and get at it. Or read for pleasure. Don't forget that that's a thing that we can be doing too. All of these strategies that I'm suggesting to do in between your classes can help you be a more productive and efficient college student, but you can also use this time for your own personal enrichment. And books. All right. Number 9, update your LinkedIn profile or your resume. You can add your recent achievements, your skills, your experiences. Level up your About Me section. Maybe change out your profile picture. Make it professional. All right, number 10, do a mini work sprint. Pick a task, set a 45-minute timer, and challenge yourself to see how much you can get done in that 45 minutes. But the timer is the magic ingredient here, so don't skip setting an actual timer. It doesn't work without it. All right, moving on to the final section here. If you have 90 minutes or more between classes, you have time for some deep work, which can translate into some big wins. And here is how we can use that time. There's 10 strategies if you're picking up on the pattern. Okay, number 1, work on a major assignment or a research project. Choose one big task and dive in without distractions. This kind of work is better for a 90-minute chunk versus if you only had 15 minutes. And if you're in the middle of a good, deep, thick, and sticky part of your work before you have to get to your next class, just leave a status note for yourself so you know what step you left off on and where you need to pick back up. Number 2, meet with your professor during office hours. This could also be your TA. Ask questions, clarify concepts, get feedback on your work. Not enough students take advantage of professor office hours. Number 3, go to the library and do focused studying. This is different from doing focused work on something you're creating, like an essay or something. Pick a quiet spot, put your phone away, and actually study. Maybe you find a new corner in the study room that you haven't sat in before. You can do 2 40-minute sessions with a 10-minute break in between. Or if you've got a full 90 minutes of laser focus in you, go for it. Number 4, create a complete study guide for an upcoming test. So organize your notes, your key terms, your practice questions all in one place. You could also make flashcards. I teach my proprietary grid quiz study guide method inside School Habits University. That is an awesome thing to do when you have a longer break in between classes. But whatever you're doing to make yourself a study guide, you want it to be something that you can study from. That's where active recall comes in. Okay, number 5, do a full workout at the gym. I think in the 15-minute chunk of strategies, the 45-minute one, and then in this one, I think I've put go workout in all of them, because it's a good one. Okay, so you can do a full workout. Don't just casually walk in and walk around. Push yourself, get your heart rate up, make it make it hurt. Earlier, I suggested walking, but this one, I'm suggesting something a little more intense. And with 90 minutes, you could also have time for a shower before you go back to your next class. All right, number 6, batch your errands. So maybe you need to do some errands around campus, or maybe even some errands off campus. In 90 minutes, you can pick up groceries, grab supplies, return library books. It is more productive to knock out multiple errands at once instead of spreading them out across the week. As I said, this is called batching, and it's a time management and productivity strategy, and it works for things like errands. Number 7, explore your campus's career resources. Yes, you have a career resource center. That is where you can learn about internships, you can get help on your resume, you can learn about college-run workshops to boost your skills in a whole variety of areas. There's a lot of resources at your college career center. Number 8, do a test autopsy. This is a cool concept that I don't think enough people talk about, but it's when you take a test that you didn't do so well on and you actually try to figure out like what went wrong. You look at all the places that you lost points and you genuinely try to figure out where the breakdown happened. This can have a strong impact on your next exam because you're not going to make the same kind of mistakes, which we honestly have a tendency to do. Number 9, figure out what's next. Now, I know this sounds really general, but I'm talking in terms of careers or internships. If you're in college, the next thing for you will be careers or internships, whether maybe that's just for an upcoming summer break or for after graduation, depending on, where you are in college. But to get the good jobs and to be chosen for the good internships, you got to do the work. Research companies, reach out to people you know, tap your network, create a Google sheet of all the places and contact information that you might need when you actually apply. Number 10, have a study group. With a little advanced planning, you can arrange to have 3 or 4 of your smartest friends, not your most fun friends, guys. Save that for something else. Your smartest friends, and meet somewhere for a study group. A lot of students save these for nighttime, which makes it more likely that the study group is going to turn into like a social event. So try to have one of these during the middle of the day where that is less likely to happen. Whew. Okay, so there you have it. 30 productive ways to use your time between college classes divided by how much time you have. These are the exact strategies that I teach to my private coaching clients, including top performing students at some of the most competitive schools, and they work. Remember, it's not about using like every single minute for like hustle and work and like grit, right? But it's about being intentional with your time so that you have more freedom later. And if you want to learn more about studying smarter, staying organized, taking notes, annotating, reducing your stress, check out School Habits University, my online self-paced course where I teach you all of this in a step-by-step format with lifetime access to the course and a full year of Q&As with me. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching.